All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long while, actually, from what I can remember since I've done an unboxing video. And this will be the first of hopefully 3 within the month of August, and then the first of hopefully 4 for the year. But I got something special here. We're going to do an unboxing. As many of you know, longtime viewers, I mean, there's like 5 of you. But for the longtime viewers who actually know me and know kind of a little bit of what I'm into and whatnot, kind of know I'm a wrestling fan. I've posted wrestling figures, wrestling videos, all kinds of stuff on this channel before. So today, we've got the Ultimate Usos, ringside exclusive to unbox. Now, these were originally supposed to ship late July. Obviously, they shipped beginning of August. I just now got mine. I feel like I was one of the first ones to kind of nab a pre-order. I clicked the link as soon as the pre-orders went live and essentially got my pre-order in like right that moment. No hesitation. Now, this obviously comes at a very bad time considering Jimmy and Jey are no longer a tag team, and Jey, quit the WWE, quit SmackDown, quit the Bloodline, quit all of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into this. You can see my Spider-Man stuff over there. That's actually one of the collector's editions, one of the unboxings I'm going to be doing this year. Might actually be the last. Just because of the fact that that's probably the last thing I'm getting this year. So the unboxings go as follows. Usos. I got the Spider-Man Collector's Edition controller for PS5 and the digital system covers for the PS5 as well. I have the Starfield Constellation Edition coming, and then the Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. So, exciting times. Exciting times. Alright, we get a nice look at the top of the boxes. Jimmy and Jey. So, I'm going to pull out Jimmy first. Now, I can already see there's going to be some hubbub with this. We've already kind of thrown fits with the fact that they basically just keep using Jey's head scan. Now, I will say, just out the box, this one does look a little bit better. I mean, I'm sure you can probably see very loosely. You can see. Let me turn my light off and see if that helps a little bit. Actually, that does not. That makes it worse. I apologize. Having only one lamp in the room and it be a very dim lamp is kind of crappy. But so yeah, I'm sure you can kind of see the head scans there. I think, in all honesty, for whatever reason, I think that's the best we're gonna get for a Jimmy. Also, just now realized he's billed in as 6'3", which is insane because he does not look that tall. I do want to say that this actually excites me solely because of the fact that I do have one blue and one red tag title already, just from, previous figures. Now here comes, for some, the real meat and potatoes, which, by the way, nothing, I know it's kind of dark, but nothing to see in there. So here is the Jey Uso. Now, I already have one Jey. I got his... I don't want to say it was his last Elite, but I believe it was the first one that had the I'm Gonna Get 'Em shirt that was all like tattered at the bottom. The head scan that came with that was absolutely terrible. He looked just, just befuddled is the word I'm looking for. These head scans actually look a whole lot better, and I do like the fact that they put the gray in his beard. The thing that confuses me, though, is when you take a look at like the images on the back, there's no gray in either one of their beards. So it's a little confusing. Not a nitpick or anything, just something that like I noticed. Like here on the side, he's got a little bit of gray. And same here, so I'm assuming that's just what it was. Now the thing that I loved was when Mattel showed them the actual painted prototypes, and they just lambasted Jimmy because it looked nothing like him. And believe it or not, I don't know, maybe I'm one of the very few who can tell, even with same hairstyles, I can tell Jimmy and Jey apart because there's enough distinction. But so the thing that I love just looking right off the bat is the fact that they both come with chains around their neck. So it's not just exclusive to Jey. Love the fact that they come with We the Ones shirt, and I love the fact that they each come with a red lei. Now, funny enough, I am currently washing my Jey Uso The Real Chief shirt. Otherwise, I'd be wearing that right now. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. One of the things that I love about the Ultimate figures, about like the packaging, is the fact that we get some nice little insert at the top that's kind of relevant to the figure. So, for example, for Jey Uso, because you always have a little bit of writing on the inside, which is just basically talking about the Ultimates in general. But then you get a nice little thing at the top, which this one is They the Twos, because you know We the Ones. So, with Jey, and again, I am a huge supporter of the Ultimates, with the exception of the current Eddie Guerrero that's out there, because I don't really understand that. The body choice anyways. And then the newest, or not newest, but the first Randy Orton Ultimate. A friend and I were actually talking about how it's weird that most legends, or people who are considered legends at this point, usually get Ultimates in their prime versus the end of their career. So it's a little weird. Alright. So on Jey, we have two head sculpts. Two extra head sculpts, I should say. So we have this one with that kind of is reminiscent to the Elite that I have. And we have the back there with his hair, with the nice little swoosh there. And then we have another one, and this one's got sort of just a tad bit of a smirk. And it does, nope, okay, same amount of gray. And then the hair is the exact same way. So we have those. We have a nice, this one is a different lei than the one that comes with Ultimate Roman, because this one actually has some black petals in it, which is actually really nice. And it is rubber, so just slap it over their head and boom. We have, and I love how they do this, I hope this doesn't stain, but we have a We the One shirt, and then on the back, boom. And then what I love, what they're doing with these, is there's no Velcro, so that way you can actually take accurate pictures of them, take them off and stuff. So you basically just pop the head off. I mean, his hair, their hair probably shouldn't be an issue, so you should be able to just stretch. But these are a little bit of a stretch. Obviously, they're stitched on the side, so you don't want to stretch too far. But worst case scenario, the heads pop off because they're interchangeable, and you literally slide it over and put his arms through. And I'm assuming Jimmy's is going to be the exact same shirt. Once again, let me see. Oh, I hate how they do this. Okay, I see. Gotta be very careful here. Nope, that didn't work. Trying to be careful so that way. Oh, see that? I knew that was gonna happen. Trying not to slice the title, because instead of just putting them in like they do with the shirts, they put these little clip ties in. There you go. Alright, and then I gotta reconnect that back in there. That's the cool part about the belts, is that they're just rubber on plastic. But you got your Raw Tag title, which, you know, of course, looks really nice. We get it snapped up there. Looks really nice. I mean, I've never been a fan of the Spartan penny belts, even when they changed them to silver. I feel like they just didn't look good in general. I am glad that they shipped them with these, though, and not those original Spartan penny belts, the ones that were created, I think, in, was it 2009, I think? And then same thing with the SmackDown one, which, now the thing that I love about this is, I don't know if you can really tell it here, but the strap is nice and loose compared to other Mattel belts. So if you wanted to doctor up a nice looking world title, like say for example the Blue Universal title, you have the blue strap there, it's nice and loose, so when you take pictures the belt will actually hang versus trying to conform to like this shape. But yeah, there's a SmackDown title. And then, which I can already see here. Okay, cool. So he just pops out. And he does have extra set of hands, and so does Jimmy. So, I don't know if you should be able to see it because I can see it. There's a rubber band holding his chain in, which I think is both hilarious because it's obviously a chain, and also frustrating because it's just, you want to get them out of the package and you want to, you know, start displaying them or playing with them or however it is that you want to do it. I do commend them, though, for actually locking that in with a rubber band. So we've got Jay. Sorry, we've got Jay. I looked at Jimmy right before I tried to speak. Trust me, I know whom is whom. But, so we have right here, see if I can zoom in a little bit. Doubt it. Nope. I did not mean to stop it there, but cool. So anyway, though, so you have Jay here. I'll try to hold him accordingly. There we go. So, butterfly joints, so his arms go all the way back. Now, he is a little stiff, which personally I like when pulling a figure first out and they're a little hard to move. I got the Ultimate Seth Rollins, and his right foot, where the actual ankle, or not ankle, but where the foot joint is, so literally right here that I'm wiggling, was actually slightly disconnected. So when I pose him, if I do one of these, where I bend the ankle joint back, it sticks so far out that it comes apart. Like, it literally comes off. But articulation-wise, full ankle swivel. He's got the toe joint. Has the actual ankle joint that you can adjust. Again, it is stiff, so it may not look like it can go that far, but trust me, it can. Double knee joints, which is really nice for when you're trying to do certain poses and stuff. He does have a full range of motion. These are the new Ultimates, where the leg joint pops down. So you can see there's that separation, and then you can pop it up. Supposedly, it's on both legs. Supposedly, it's for better posing. I've noticed with Brock and AJ, and even Seth, it's absolutely terrible because they just pop out anytime you remotely try to do stuff with the leg. So, but he's got full hip swivel. Obviously, I don't have to turn it around, but I'm just kind of showing you there. Double elbow joint, which I absolutely love because it allows that with the butterfly, allows for, you know, being able to sell injuries and stuff. As you can see, he's got the Bloodline going down the side there. So again, it does kind of put it out of date. And then we've got the chain, of course. And then to put the shirt on, just so that way you guys can see, we've got the We The Ones. His head has been popped off. So you literally just you can do arms first if you want, make it easier, or a arm first. And then as you're putting it on, you just stretch, feed to the correct hole, giggity. Put the arm up. Oh, just now realized you can't see that. Put the other arm up, slide it through the armhole. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but we want that so that way it looks good. So, para, shirt is on. We'll put that head back on. And then, so you get, with the extra hands, you do get 2 1-ups and then 2 closed fists in addition to the 2 that are already on, which are the grasping hands, as I like to call them, the microphone hands, weapon hands, whatever you want to call them. So we'll go ahead and we'll put Jay given his 1-up. Because remember, they the ones, and everybody else is the twos. Let's see if we can get him to stand. That's been an issue lately, too, is some of these figures have been too top-heavy. And we'll put that on there, too. So he's got the lei and the necklace. Got the alternate head scan. Put that there. And now, we open up Jimmy. And we'll see if Jimmy says the same thing at the top, or if Jimmy's is just a repeat of they the twos. So once again, we've got the same exact thing there. And then on top, yep, and we the ones. So it's nice that they actually did his differently. Alright. I feel like this is about to be a repeat of Jey, just because they're twins. I'll start with the figure first, just because it'll be the easiest out of everything. Jimmy does come with one extra accessory that Jey does not, and that is a Bloodline cap. Now, obviously, hats for toys have always been terrible, at least in my opinion. I feel like they tried to do Brock Lesnar's beanie. Did not work well. It did not come across as an actual beanie. So, at least not to me anyways. Plus, it kind of sits weird on their heads. But, again, that's just me. The new Brock, the farmer Brock, Viking Brock, whatever you want to call him, I think that's the dopest, in my opinion. This one, for this chain, they actually put in... I'm glad I haven't cut my nails yet. Because they had actually locked that one in there. And then, while I've got him headless, Jimmy's head sculpt. Out of the box with no reflection. And then his hair. So obviously, if you're someone who easily gets confused, you can always tell Jimmy is the one with long hair, Jey is the one with short hair. That's really the easiest way to do it. Again, if you get confused, but he's got the same exact articulation. His gear has Bloodline going down the left leg instead of the right. His alternate head scan is this one here with a slightly menacing look, which personally I feel like would have went better with Jey, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. We've waited for these, okay? And then we have another one in mid Uso Scream. Now, what I would love is at some point we could get a potential throwback 2-pack Ultimate of the Usos from sort of like along the lines of when they first debuted, or somewhere within the first couple of years when they were wearing the real like loose shorts with you could do the face paint or no face paint, but I would like to have the screaming faces and stuff just so we can do the tribal warrior entrance poses. Same thing here with the shirt. You're gonna pop that arm through. You're gonna pop the head hole up. Maybe if it doesn't fold in. Try that again. You're gonna pop. The fabric does not want to work with me today. So you're gonna pop the head hole over the head peg. And then that other arm just gets raised in thanks to the butterfly joints. And then you bring it down. Always want to make sure that you grab there. Again, I hope the fabric doesn't stain. I know some people have had issues with some of these cloth goods staining. Now I can say I never have, thankfully, but that could change with these. Again, I'm not going to take the belts or anything out, considering that it's the exact same thing with Jimmy as it is with Jey. But what we are going to do is, instead of Jimmy rocking a chain, he's going to rock the hat, and he's throwing up his ones as well. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the Usos Ultimates double pack. This is about an 18-minute video, so I do apologize for that. Really excited for these. Ordered these again when they first went live back in, I think it was March or April. They ringside said that it was an estimated late July delivery date. Turns out that was a lie. I'm assuming there was some sort of delay at the warehouse. You know, things like that happen. With all the different strikes and stuff going on, it wouldn't have surprised me if they just were late getting to the actual warehouse. But they are great figures to hold in hand. I may do a separate video with an overall review. I just know that these guys are going to go great in my Fig Fed. I do have a Fig Fed Instagram if you want to follow it. I believe it's WFA Alliance or WFA_Alliance. I'll post the link to that. I'll post the username / direct link to that Instagram page. I haven't posted on there in a while, but my last post was, I believe, Roman. I think it was an Elite Roman with the Elite Jey Uso, so you can kind of see. I'll post the images on there and everything too, of the individual figures. But yeah, that is going to be the figures. Once again, I think right now, right off the bat, they are great in hand. They look great. I mean, obviously, there's still the issue with Jimmy's face looking very eerily similar to Jey's. But not much can really be done with that unless you search for like somebody who makes custom heads. If they've made a better looking one, I don't know. I try not to slight Mattel because for the most part, Mattel's really great at figs, and I mean they've never really let me down before. So the Ultimate 2-pack, Jimmy and Jey Bloodline, absolute fantastic. If they are not in back order, highly recommend that you order them because they are shipping now. Great figs to have, especially if you are trying to recreate any form of or any piece of the Bloodline storyline, or if you just want some updated Usos that happen to be in Ultimate form. All right, like I said, my next video should be, my next unboxing anyways, should be the Spider-Man 2 PS5 limited edition controller / system covers. After that should be Starfield. Those, it may be the other way around because they both ship out on the same day. The Constellation edition of Starfield is the one that gives you 5-day early access. I ordered that through GameStop's website. It claims that they start shipping on the 31st. I know according to the Microsoft Store, the digital version of Starfield that's on Game Pass is available to play at like 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern, where I'm at. The 31st, which is a full day, or not a full day, it's like 3 or 4 hours before the actual release of the early edition of September 1st. GameStop has delivered pre-ordered games a day or two early in the past, so I'm hoping I get that treatment once again. They did it with Cyberpunk, so I'm hoping they do it with Starfield, because I've been waiting for Starfield since 2018. Nonetheless, those two unboxings should be within a few days of each other, because the Spider-Man stuff is from PlayStation Direct. Supposedly I've got release day shipping. Those release on September the 1st, oddly enough. After those two unboxings, there probably won't be anything for a month and a half. And then when Spider-Man 2 comes out, I did get the collector's edition of that. Same thing, PlayStation Direct says release day shipping. So hopefully I actually get that the day before. That'd be really cool. But I'll have a video of that as well. So enough of the rambling. I have to edit these two videos together. So until the next video, peace.